I knew God was out there. I just didn't think that there was a church that had everything that I needed. I was probably 10 or 11 when I started going to church on my own. My dad didn't want to go to church. He was burnt out because his dad was a preacher, so he didn't find truth in the church himself. So I started going to different churches trying to find my truth. I just always knew that there was something out there. I just couldn't find all the answers I was seeking. It just always seemed to be a feeling missing, or I would notice that different ones I would go to, they would teach part of it and not all of it, and I didn't understand. You know, the Bible had prophets and miracles, but today they don't talk about it, like what happened to it, and I always wanted to know. There was a long time I gave up because it was like I had just searched for so long that I just didn't think it was out there. I knew God was out there. I just didn't think that there was a church that had everything that I needed. So I let go of it for a very long time. I believed in truth. And I believed that there was a little bit of truth in everything. We moved here to the town we're living in now. And we were having a hard time, my husband and I. And a friend of ours knew that we were having some financial difficulty and she didn't want us to go without food. She offered to have the missionaries come check on us because she was a member of the church, but just in a different area. And the missionaries came out to visit us. Our situation had eased up a little bit, and so we didn't need the food help, but we got to talk to the missionaries, and we thought it would be a good idea to come to the church as kind of a way to say thank you. And we got to speak to the bishop and say thank you after church. But our very first time visiting the church was something special. We came in and it was a fast and testimony meeting. And we had never seen anything like it. It was just people getting up and saying how they knew God was real. It was so moving. From backgrounds I had seen, most places you go into a service and it's a sermon preaching. But to come into a service and it's just everybody coming in talking about how they know God is real, that just touches you. And so we decided to come back. And the missionaries started coming to teach us. And I started reading the Book of Mormon. And as I'm reading the Book of Mormon, I am just drawn into it. I was finding connections and meaning and truth throughout the whole thing. And that was the neatest thing. When you first open the Book of Mormon, it says to read it and then to pray, and you will know if it's true. And I knew it was true. And I've never looked back. I've never had any hesitation because everything about this has been amazing to me. God has never hesitated to show his presence when I need him. There's always hardship in life, and I've had to learn that God does things on his own timing. When you're going through those hardships, you feel the presence. It's not that you don't go through the hardship. It's just that when you're following the path, God's helping you get through it. My husband and I got sealed in the temple, and we have that promise that our marriage is forever no matter what. And we're just so blessed to be a part of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Come seek and you'll find. If you want to know what's true, come for yourself. Look to the Book of Mormon and then pray, and you will know. It's not necessarily the easiest path. Nothing good ever is. But God will tell you what's true.